Ich habe so Bock auf dieses Spiel. Willkommen zurück. Es kommt auf jeden Fall täglich eine Folge, wirklich. So viel Bock habe ich jetzt. So. Controller, ich muss wieder ins Bild klicken, natürlich. Gut. Wir haben jetzt, glaube ich, soweit hier drin mit allen Leuten gesprochen heute früh. Also das ist abends, 18:42 Uhr. Heute wäre eigentlich Kingdom Hearts Stream gewesen beim Bacon-Stack, aber ich glaube, er streamt heute nicht. Ich bin mir nicht ganz hundertprozentig sicher, aber ich kann es auch nirgendwo nachlesen, richtig. Auch im Discord-Server finde ich das nicht, von daher egal. Und morgen halt dann. Die Musik.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Einiges vielleicht. Was ist mit diesem Pilgrim, hieß der, ne?
Do you know a man called
Ein
Pegram?
Pilgrim.
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure? Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Loch Marn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
Mir dachte es mir aber auch schon.
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Loch Marn all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
No, das war doch ganz aufschlussreich. Was sagst du zu dem Handtuch?
What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
Ja, war doch ganz nett.
See you later, kid.
Was ich mal sagen
Okay,
wollte,
mister.
morgen streame ich ja auf jeden Fall noch Spider-Man. Also, wenn ihr diese Folge seht, war das vor 6 Tagen. Gut, gehen wir doch erstmal da oben lang. Und ja, ich muss erst ein bisschen überlegen, wie ich das spannend halte. Vor allem, wenn ich jetzt so viel auf einmal aufnehme. So vom Tag erzählen ist dann auch immer langweilig im Laufe der Zeit. Wobei, jetzt ist ja so ein bisschen Tag vergangen. Ja, mein Tag war ganz nett. Ich war einkaufen, ein paar Lebensmittel geholt, Pizzaschnecke und Brezel. Dann, ja, halt, hatte ich es als Tutorium gehalten, dann habe ich noch ein Tutorium besucht. Und dann war ich nochmal draußen. Und ja, jetzt bin ich hier. Reden wir mal mit dem Typen.
Do you speak English?
Well, now, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
Okay.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Do you think Pegram's disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem. He disappeared. Bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram has run off with the gem.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Bin ich das Bild rausgeklickt? Warum? Was ist los? Ich klick mal raus und klick wieder rein. Okay, jetzt geht's wieder.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar preceptory.
Interessant. Was? Oh, jetzt ist die Batterie schon wieder leer. Der Controller, ey, warum nennt der das so überhaupt, wenn der die ganze Zeit drinsteckt? Das ist halt so ein PS3-Controller. Und ja, der ist halt irgendwie nicht gefüllt. Mir hat früher jetzt auch geklappt, keine Ahnung. Ich sollte mir, glaube ich, angewöhnen, wenn ich den Controller benutze, auch immer den einfach auch die ganze Zeit drin zu lassen, auch wenn ich den PC nur, keine Ahnung, für Porns benutze oder keine Ahnung. Einfach drinnen stecken und dann lädt er halt und dann ist gut. Aber jetzt gerade ist er halt schon wieder ein bisschen defekti-bekti. Deshalb, ja, weiß ich nicht. Rede ich jetzt 20 Minuten mit euch und Ende die Folge. Ich drücke einfach mal auf Pause und bis gleich.
Where was the site of the Templar preceptory?
Right here on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls there's a Templar chapel.
So, ich hoffe, ich schaffe das jetzt bis zum Ende der Folge noch. Und danach werde ich auf jeden Fall erstmal eine Pause machen, meinen Controller erstmal aufladen lassen. Aber ich hoffe, es reicht jetzt erstmal.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance, not while I'm here to stop you.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
Shelving?
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the plate. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Surely the portrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves.
Ich glaube, mehr sagt es nicht. Was sagt es zum Handtuch?
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
Okay.
I have to go now.
Der Typ lässt es also nicht vorbei, dachte ich mir auch. Und ich denke mal, das Tor hier ist bestimmt verschlossen. Die Tür ist fest verschlossen.
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Ja, dann... Naja, müssen wir irgendwie versuchen, diesen Kumpel da in der Bar ein bisschen in die Mangel zu nehmen. Wo geht's lang? Hier lang? Ah, da lang, okay. So lange her schon, ich hab's wieder vergessen. Die Ladezeiten sind auch vollkommen okay, da kannst du auch ein bisschen reden. Das ist doch auch mal gut, das ist auch mal ein bisschen in dem Let's Play rede, ne? Ja, ich verstehe Leute, die das nicht so schön finden, wenn Leute reden, aber ich meine mal, ich rede ja meistens nicht dazwischen. Meistens. Muss auf jeden Fall dran denken, mal regelmäßig zu speichern, tatsächlich auch mit Save States, aber halt dann auch aufpassen, dass ich nicht auszusehen Save State lade. Ich bin eben vorhin passiert, als ich den Emulator gestartet habe, habe ich es auf jeden Fall aus Versehen den Save State überschrieben, statt ihn zu laden. Ja, dann muss es halt erstmal das Spiel starten lassen und dann halt das Spielstand laden. Muss es halt dann nur aufpassen halt. Und von mir aus halt auch immer regelmäßig speichern. Hallo Kumpel.
Hello.
Dann sag doch mal.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
He's a little liar. He'll say anything to get attention.
Well, it's his word against yours, I guess.
Oh,
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Tissue.
See you later.
Ja, gute Idee eigentlich. Ich war total mit Schminke voll, aber egal, hier, nimm doch mal.
Hello again. What? You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Hat er recht, würde ich fast behaupten. Komm, nimm doch mal und gib das ab. Und trinkt das jetzt eigentlich doch?
I was about to reach for the pump when I came. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange...
Ah nee, das war was anderes. Okay, dann...
I was about to... A rash move...
Aber die Frage ist halt wirklich, was ich jetzt
It was an
tun kann.
electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Ja, das ist ziemlich kaputt.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He's on medication for his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Ich sag mal ja.
In a manner of speaking, I am.
Right, me boyo, 160 quid he owes me, pay up.
That's Pegram's business, not mine.
Ah, but he's done a bunk, hasn't he? Scampered.
I know. That's why I'm here, to look for him.
And what about the money he owes me?
When I find him, I'll remind him about it. Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
He couldn't have had breakfast this morning. Not unless he had it afore he went to bed.
What the hell are you talking about, Doyle?
The history fella. I seen him this morning. Crack of dawn. I had to get up at 4 o'clock to see to the missus.
I didn't know your wife was sick, Pat.
She's not. Anyhow, I went out to empty the bucket. And what do you think I saw?
For the love of God, Doyle, get to the point.
It was the history man heading out to the village on a bicycle.
I knew it. Hand over me money or I'll throw you out.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a gutful of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
A glass of beer, please.
Don't change the subject. Are you going to pay me Pegram's rent or not?
No way. Listen, I'm not really his friend. I've never even met the guy. But I need to find Pegram urgently. I think his life is in danger.
Damn right it is. Excuse me for butting in, Michael, but I think the young fella's telling the truth. I'm sorry I bit your head off, sir.
Well, that's okay, I understand. I guess.
Okay. Ja, weiß es nicht. Ich bin gerade ein bisschen...
Are you sure you don't recognize...
I told you, no.
Here's something which might interest you.
Huh?
My passport to the sewers of Paris.
Is that so? Did you see the snooker last night, Mr. O'Brien?
We haven't got a television, Michael.
I know that. Why is it, if you don't mind me asking?
If God had meant us to watch television, we'd all be like Doyle.
I take it no one wants to hear about my underground escapades.
I'd rather drink me own beer.
Do you recognize this match?
No.
Thanks.
Komm, red einfach noch mit ein. Ich bin gerade
Hey.
ein bisschen...
Hello there again, mister.
Ah.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Der Bossman.
Bye for now.
Okay, hat der noch was zu sagen? Einfach mal von allen noch mal ein paar Informationen rausbekommen.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Na, er hat nichts, okay.
Oh, no.
So, können wir jetzt bitte reden?
Hello.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
Just my luck. Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Okay.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Guter Punkt.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Und weg ist er. Der Nieser war gut.
Hey, I just seen a big red...
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
Mehrspiel.
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Fitzgerald, das ist jetzt nicht so gut.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on the ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy. I hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I. I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out. And I couldn't believe my eyes.
Sehr actionreich.
Dressed like a bloody pixie.
Bloody Pixie. Kahn bzw. Dingenskirchen hat doch auch so ein Feenkostüm ausgeliehen. Okay, das war Kahn. Oder Merlin oder was auch immer.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Der Arme, der Arme.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Aber was ich tatsächlich gerade sehe, habt ihr wahrscheinlich auch schon gesehen, da. In der Sequenz wurde hier dieses Ding hier abgehauen.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Mhm. So bestimmt die zentrale Stromversorgung der Stadt. Hehe. Das war's mit den Krankenhäusern. Kein Strom mehr.
It was an electric glass washer.
Nee, ich glaube, ich habe da meine Englischkenntnisse nicht richtig ausgereizt. Ich glaube, es hat nämlich nicht funktioniert, einfach reinzupassen. Ich guck nochmal.
The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car, revealing a switch.
Aber das scheint nicht zu funktionieren.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original.
Okay, der Schalter ist umgekippt. Okay, dann scheint er geklappt zu haben. Das Problem ist halt immer, da an der Stelle kommt eben mein Wissen ein bisschen mit durch, noch so ungefähr, wie es weitergeht, aber gleichzeitig die Situation, dass halt die Charaktere das noch nicht wissen. Weil die Sache ist halt die, selbst wenn man weiß, wie es funktioniert, der Charakter muss das auch wissen und auch erfahren. Das ist halt immer so eine Sache, die man hier bei Baphomets Fluch immer gerne beachten muss. Ich glaube, bei anderen Sachen war das nicht unbedingt der Fall. Ich glaube, ich überlege gerade bei Deponien, wie es da war.
Excuse.
Yes, sir?
Oh ja.
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Okay, sollen wir den Geschirrspüler reparieren?
When you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Und dann kann ich in den Keller und da die Pumpen reparieren. Okay, dann machen wir mal das Ding wieder ganz.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Keine Ahnung, Elektrizität reinhauen? Nein. Mit dem Ding hier reinhauen? Nee, komm. Da, nee. Komm, dreh wieder um.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Ja, das ist richtig.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Taschentuch. Gibt es da vielleicht doch eine Möglichkeit, draußen den Schalter wieder umzulegen? Damit halt jetzt auf einmal Waschmaschine wieder funktioniert, der Geschirrspüler wieder funktioniert. Weil ja nur so ein Glasgeschirrspüler, für die auch Restaurants so haben, wo halt einfach die halt auch ziemlich flott gehen, einfach so rein, Gläser rein und wieder raus. Aber kann ich das vielleicht das so machen?
I tried to flip the switch with the lifting key, but it was much too cumbersome for the job. It was
Impossible. Vielleicht mit dem Handtuch? Nö. Wie repariere ich den Geschirrspüler? Tja. Tja, wie repariere ich den Geschirrspüler? Mit der Nase, nein. Mit dem Handtuch. Komm, wir reden mal.
Well,
what?
are you going to fix this glass washer or not?
Ja, ich bin dabei.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass.
Kann ich telefonieren? Was ist ein Telefon überhaupt? So, erstmal ein teures Ferngespräch führen. Das wird teuer.
Allô, couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
Ich find die
I'm in
Stimme
Ireland.
sehr schlimm.
Ireland. What are you doing there?
It's a long story.
Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Der Clown war gerade da. Aber egal. Hinterfrage ich jetzt mal einfach nicht. Leute, wie repariere ich den Geschirrspüler? Ich weiß, die Leute wissen, aber...
Seemed fine to me. I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Was ist Wiring? Frage ich mich gerade.
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
Vermutlich, lieber George. Ich muss kurz nachgucken, was Wiring heißt. Wahrscheinlich ein bekanntes englisches Wort, aber nicht für mich gerade an dieser Stelle. Ich weiß, was die Binding-Name ist, aber Wiring? Die Verkabelung. Ja, ich hatte vermutlich das, was draußen ist. Aber... Ha. Ich würde noch mitnehmen, solange ich daran jetzt überlege.
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden's. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Sonst geht's dir gut?
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
Was ein Arschloch.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told
Der
you.
ist weg. Hm.
Hey, would you like to shake my...
Ne, möchte er nicht.
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
You could make use of this tissue.
Das ist unhygienisch, ich weiß.
Never use them. Those things are
What does this match?
Nothing.
I'll see you later.
Wie repariere ich den Geschirrspüler? Ich meine, wenn ich jetzt in den nächsten Minuten nicht herausfinde, dann würde ich nochmal nachgucken. Auch wenn es ein bisschen lame ist, aber... Aber der hat eine Verdrahtung, der Typ. Okay. Und wir gucken einfach nochmal, was die Leute also so sagen haben.
Hey,
Machen wir jetzt auch Schnelldurchlauf.
what do you know about leprechauns, Doyle?
Leprechauns? Is it the little people you're talking about? Sure, and a cousin of mine was wed to one.
Oh, come on. Do you really expect me to believe that?
It's the truth, I'm telling you. She fell asleep on a fairy ring, see? When she woke up, there he was. A little fella, all in green.
Tell me more about your cousin, the leprechaun.
Oh, no.
Well, young Mary was speechless, especially when the leprechaun up and spoke to her. Be my bride, me darling, says he, and she'll never want for riches again. Okay, says she, and he slips a ring of daisies on her finger.
Amen.
So there you are, proof that the little people exist.
Well, that's no proof. All you have is her word for it.
Not so. The following spring, she had a little baby.
Did the leprechaun's promise come true?
What promise was that now?
That she'd never want for riches again.
Now, there's the strangest thing. She never did.
I thought you said she was claiming the social part.
Indeed, Mr. O'Brien, but there's riches and riches. She told me, Pat, she says, that little darling boy is all the riches in the world to me.
Bye for now.
Wisst ihr was? Ich beende jetzt die Folge und ich gucke dann ganz dreist einfach mal nach. Hehe. Gut. Bisschen Splash fühlt mich, aber egal. So, Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüssi.